Hey VC, it's James here, back to do another Blue Note project video. Today I'm going to talk about Lou Donaldson, Natural Soul. This is 4108. Sorry about that glare, pretty sunny day. Out here in California, the fires have pretty much cleared away, so we can go outside now for the first time in about a week. It's nice. But anyway, I digress. Getting back to Lou Donaldson, 4108, Natural Soul. This was recorded May 9th, I believe, 1962, but wasn't released until about a year later, I think March 1963. This has just a burning lineup. Tommy Turrentine on trumpet, John Patton, Grant Green, obviously Lou Donaldson, and Ben Dixon. And this thing just, the title is apt, Natural Soul. This thing just smokes, sizzles, oozes with blues all the way through. It's funny because when I was listening to this album for the last week or so, it made me reflect on, and I think I speak for a lot of you out there, is, my evolution in music. It's always been searching for, deeper, wider, expansive, more emotion, thoughtful reflection, modal, spiritual, experimental, ethereal, all these sorts of things. And then sometimes you have to remember, you got to going back to the roots. You realize just how great a lot of music is, that, it doesn't always have to be so damn serious. It could just be fun. I was thinking about a quote, and I can't remember if it was either Lemmy from Motorhead or David Lee Roth talking about rock and roll in an interview. Can't remember which one. But one of them said, people forget that the roots of rock and roll are all about having fun, just good times. And so anyway, I was thinking about that too, because, again, someone like me, I'm always, thinking like I want to understand music more, deeper concepts, different forms, and you throw on an album like Natural Soul, and it's such a good time, swinging album. It's just one of those albums where you can tell in the studio, these guys were having a great time. No matter what they were drinking, maybe what else they might have been partaking in. I always wondered, did Rudy Van Gelder, was he cool with that stuff? I don't know. But you can tell they're just having a great time, and that enthusiasm just oozes through the music. And I was thinking too that there's a lot of albums with the trio of Grant Green, John Patton, and Ben Dixon. Anything those guys are on together is an amazing album. I didn't make a list, but I was thinking, at least I know I have maybe 5 or 6 albums with those 3 guys together. It's a great combination. I'm not going to talk about all the individual tracks, but the song "Funky Mama" kicks off side 1. And that's just such a great song to kick it on. It's a John Patton wrote that track, and the title, it just perfectly exemplifies that song. It's just bluesy, funky. Patton lays down this really just soulful, funky foundation in organ, and you have Tommy Turrentine, Lou Donaldson, and Grant Green they're all playing solos throughout. They're all trading off solos throughout this album, on every song. There's only one ballad on here, a track, That's All, and can't remember who wrote that one. That is B. Hames. I don't know that name, but other than that song, this thing just smokes all the way through. Lou Donaldson is so, I think it might have been, trying to remember, somebody on the VC who did a Lou Donaldson album a while back was talking about the consistency of Lou Donaldson. And the notes on here, which are written by Del Shields, says it all. Speaking about Lou Donaldson, it says, he's the actor who turns out top-notch performances each time. He's the consistent 300 hitter in baseball. He's the steady golf player who always shoots in the low 80s. He's the good back in football who always has the ability to churn out the necessary yardage for the first down. Meaning that he's just consistent. He never tried to really push it beyond his kind of Charlie Parker hard bop roots. He always kept it, really close to the vest. And this is amazing, because I was looking at the discography. If I had the math right, this was his 16th or 17th album on Blue Note. I didn't realize he had that many at this time in the early 60s. He was just pumping these things out. So again, not a lot of long explanations about this album. It's just, if you want something to throw on when some friends are over and have a good time, this is the album to put on. I could picture people having house parties in the early and mid 60s, just listening to this thing all night long. Grant Green just tears through lots of bluesy solos, and Donaldson and Turrentine, they have this nice kind of interplay between them. Tommy Turrentine, he was a sideman on a number of Blue Note albums. Never really did much as a leader. I think he maybe had one album as a leader on the America label, I think it is. But yeah, just a great album just to throw on and have a good time. There's nothing in depth or philosophical or spiritual to ramble about with this album. One thing I want to mention is I was thinking about was the cover. It made me think of something. It reminded me of something I thought about a long time ago, which is, why is it that some Blue Note albums had a cover that was obviously done by the marketing department, something a little more branded to evoke some sort of image or message like this, versus a shot of just the artist? And I don't have any information on that. I'm wondering if anyone out there knows, was that arbitrary from album to album, or was there any thought put behind it? Was it an overt attempt at something? I don't know, but it made me think about that, because this is obviously more of a marketing department inspired type of cover versus just featuring the artist. Anyway, that's an extra thought there. Again, Natural Soul, Lou Donaldson, 4108. Really nice album. This is just a DMM copy from, getting that glare. This is a DMM copy from 86. I like it. I think I got this in Seattle somewhere. Anyway, doesn't matter. Thanks for watching. And if you have it, throw it on. All right, later.